All right, that's it, you two. Splash about in these puddles, and I do believe that we shall be able to keep away the demons of fire, which would be an extremely wonderful thing to do, because messing with the heat domain can actually lead to fire, and I really wish that we had upgraded our whales by now, but we kind of need, we kind of need to get that furnace. It's all one thing after another, but somehow, some way, we are still holding on strongly and powerfully to survival here in the village of Downhill One Way. Welcome back, everyone, to the land of many, many wild rabbits, and to the land of, we're not dead yet. Even though we are indeed on hard mode, I am very proud that our villagers have indeed managed to go ahead, and they have managed to survive again and again against the challenges that face us. And that's pretty impressive considering we only have 3 people, or excuse me, we only have 10 people, 3 who are currently not doing anything in the entire village. And that is something that we will be doing something about, even if it does mean something rather unfortunate needs to occur for the wild rabbits. Because unfortunately, the only way to go ahead and have our village expand is with leather, and we can only get that from animals. That makes us very sad here in the village of Downhill One Way. However, we are indeed working against nefarious forces and evil spirits. So, it is a painful, sad sacrifice, but a sacrifice that I like to hopefully think that the wild rabbits understand. Even if it is really sad. But that said, we also finally have managed to get the copper mine. We are nowhere close to where I want to be for being able to go ahead and actually have what we need to get the copper mine up and running. But we are at least to the point where we know what a copper mine is. So that's a huge relief. And in fact, okay, we need a lot more stone. Stone gathering is very, very slow after all, to the point where I do believe that it would be quite wise of us to go ahead and potentially build another stone gathering spot. Yeah, actually, maybe we'll put it down here for now. And then as we expand, we'll move it to other locations. Excellent. Thank you, Dinomans. Soon we will need your help as healer for fighting against whatever future illnesses lurk in, well, our future. But I think we'll be okay for now. Oh my goodness. Everybody's alive! I know I keep saying that, but I keep staring at everyone in shock and awe because I really don't expect them to have made it this far, and yet we have. In fact, soon we will be able to even hopefully run leaps and bounds like the wild rabbits themselves and go ahead and start researching more. Right now we are building a couple of the extra large rabbit totems, but soon we may add in a paper maker to start making paper, and then we might start researching the scribe so that we can begin to go ahead and actually make a little progress on having more knowledge saved in our village, because unlike the village of Are We There You, we're supposed to understand how to write and read. We're a little more advanced than them, even if we are shamanistic people living in a forest. I mean, I say that, but we're still collecting stones one at a time. All right, we're working on it. But now, let us see what happens as we defeat the demons of fire. With a plum, quite literally, because we have the plums of prophecy. Do you get it? I think I felt my husband flinching from that pun. And look, I forgot about that! Our memory beans are getting closer and closer to unlocking gardens! Ooh, and what's this? Hey, Foxfangs! What'd you find? Onions! Cool! Neat! Like 6 onions. That almost feels unfair that we found just 6 onions when what could have happened is the village burning down if we were not able to fight that event off. Rude! Ah, well. Okay, and Dino-Mans, good news! We now have the Mender's hat up! Woo! Look at that! We can go ahead and get so far ahead on any of the illnesses and fighting back the spirits of rot. I need to write down, like, on the notes I never use anymore for some reason, what we are calling all of the domains in each of the villages, because I want to give them all kind of an immersive, personalized touch. But it helps if you can keep like your spirits of illness and your spirits of rot away from your gods of disease, and also like your plague genies or whatever, so that you can keep them organized. So I will try to endeavor to do that a little bit better, my friends. But all right, so knowing that we are about to receive a grand blessing from the spirits, let us go ahead and turn our attention and time. Haha! Netherhearts, good news! The new totem is built! Sweet! And actually, Fenrir, who is one of our druids, is finishing building his own spot there, but I guess we could send him back over here. So we're even a little bit closer to that furnace that we oh so desperately need. Let's see, and are we close enough to... Copper mine needs 4 rocks, so we're not close enough for that. All right. Excellent, excellent. Look at that, boom! Ha! Dino-Mans, you're like using such deep wisdom to be able to keep us safe from any of the sicknesses. Are we always on the edge of starvation? Yes, but at least we're able to go ahead and we are able to prevent like illness from, see? An unknown event, and look at what kind of event it is. Take that, I'm ahead of you and I'm gonna stay there too. Neat. Let's see, and that requires, so the downside is that we're gonna need to make sure we always have bandages, and since we have so many illnesses prophesized, maybe this is just like a very, yeah, there's sickness and cold. Okay, well this will be the last sickness for a while. So I think after Dino-Mans gets a little bit ahead on this, we should be fine. So we probably don't need to train another healer to start making bandages for him. I think we'll be okay. Maybe. Maybe I should have a backup healer. But we only have so many villagers. And the more people we have in professions, the harder it will become, because we'll have to have a baby before we can like assign other people to professions. That is somewhat of concern, but let's see. All right, and we're getting closer on the stone hut there. But I think today is actually the day, if we're lucky. Yes, the copper mine! Huzzah! 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 Silver Umbreon, if you could please go ahead and get started on that. That is one huge step. And we're gonna finish the furnace! Yes! Both of these are huge steps towards glopping the gloop that will be able to go ahead and feed our village. We will turn 1 onion into, I think, 6 or 9 gloop, which is so much better. And maybe we will not have to face the terrible, terrible... Oh, what's going on over here? Hey, Dino-Mans! You're just like the center of attention over here, are ya? Oh my gosh, is he gonna get like a jokester trait? Look at him! Little Tamagotchi poop emoji. I love my Tamas. Don't ask how many I've gotten. Hey, Dino-Mans now has the funny trait! Oh, that's really cute! And we gained a little bit of hope from that. Excellent. Perhaps we're going to be hopeful enough to be able to have our sacrifice bunny soon. I should probably make sure we have a way to generate hope before I do the sacrifice bunnies, huh? Yes, furnace! I once used one of these furnaces to hide some of my belongings from thieves. It was not my best idea. Ooh, okay, that makes me very happy. It does explode, so that's something to remember. And actually the furnace does generate heat, which could be quite interesting or useful for us in the future. I think that the copper mine actually passively generates heat as well. All right, so we're still building, we're still working. I don't think we have a heat. Let's see. Actually, we do have a heat threat coming up. So I think what I want to go ahead and have our researchers work on now We do need the buns. For heck and heck, I could use a larger village hall. That would vastly increase our storage, actually. We should probably do that. I really want a well as well, though. So let's do the well first, because that will pull up a lot more water, which is going to help us out quite a bit with being able to go ahead and actually splash in the puddles and keep whatever heat threat is trying to come at us away. Okay. Everybody's doing their jobs. Everybody is currently doing wonderful. Gathering the plums of prophecy. Our druids are communing with the tweets of the rabbits. Or the tweets of the rabbits? What? Alright, look. Maybe the druids are able to like listen to birdsong coming out of a rabbit's mouth, and that's just how they're getting some of these prophecies. I'm not gonna judge, but we're just kind of gonna leave that there. Also, we are so far ahead on health. Dino-Mans, you're amazing! Ah, that's fantastic. I might let you actually make another bandage or two just in case. I don't like being so low on the bandages now that we know anything could happen. Especially before we're about to have somebody become good at making tools. Because the tools, I mean, someone might be a little sloppy with handling them. They might hurt themselves. Cobalt, should I have you maybe become our tool maker? Let's have you go ahead and at least build the tool table so that we're ready for that. Oh, I'm so happy. And then hopefully soon we'll be able to build a furnace, because we just need 2 copper ore. And that will be good for our cauldron. Oh, what's going on over here? Fenrir? Oh! Oh! See, I told you, the tweets of the rabbits! Woo! Novel idea. I told you, like tweeting rabbits. You heard it here first. Bird song from the bunnies. Of course that would give us some great ideas. Yay! All right, with the well research, we're going to be able to definitely have a lot more water now. Yay! Woo! That increases quite a bit. Everybody is busy, but I'll fix that in just a second. Let's see. And, I do want to have somebody like splashing in the puddles soon. Should I make the puddles bigger? We don't have a watcher yet, and I think the well is actually going to need a watcher now that I think of it. Ooh, and the well actually requires a lot of wood. Awkward questions, difficult decisions. I think it's possibly time to turn our attention to the village hall, just in case we have everybody frantically pluck carrots before autumn finishes. So we have plenty of storage there. And then we'll start working upon the sacrificial rabbits. The bunnies of bounty, who will give up their spirits in exchange for us watching over and protecting this land as best we can. And then Ren, why don't you upgrade one of these wells? Oh wait, the furnace. We're getting closer on being able to get the furnace, but not yet. I'm so excited about that because I have never wanted gloop so bad. All right, you do that. And good. That will upgrade that well. And then we'll have enough water we can start splashing around. And everybody else researching. It is pretty important to keep the research hot. I wish I could gather more stones, but we have now, once more, run into the issue of not having enough people in the village. We will once again need to trade bunnies for babies. Everyone doing well? So far, so good? The first year... Oh, what? Hey! The cataclysm threat has risen! Tremors! Grrr! Okay, cataclysm threat increased by 1. 1 damage inflicted to 2 buildings. Hey now! I was supposed to win that. Or was that Okay, we're gonna have to repair, I think, the bandage station and this totem. Okay. Was that the omen? Heck! I forget how omens just do a thing, and that's all. Oh, and we're gonna need a Dynamax, if you don't mind. Just stay ahead of the illness. We will need you to do just a couple more bandage I guess maybe we'll just imagine if he's turning the bandages into health essence at his Minder's hut, maybe it's just like small cuts that people have, like little ones, not ones where they're like bleeding out on the ground, which does happen. All right, so the village hall is also going to need a lot of wood and stone. And speaking of wood and stone, I do believe the furnace can be built. Woo! Oh, I'm so excited about that. That's gonna be a game changer. Quite literally. It's going to be wonderful. All right, and everyone else is gathering resources we might need. Good job, Ren. Oh, wait, and then there's a heat thing coming soon, isn't there? Yes, there is. Ren, if you don't mind gathering up some of that water, I don't really have anyone available at the moment. Unless I wanted to pull one of my druids off duty. Do I want to do that? Ugh. You know what? I think I do want to do that, even though it isn't the most pleasant thing in the world. Just because getting that going is going to be pretty important. Just to make sure like nothing catches on fire. And what is the point of being able to be a seer and see into the future if I don't listen to the tweets of rabbits and what they tweet at me in order to go ahead and prepare for what lies ahead? Oh, it was my signpost that got a little busted up. Oh, I can feel it in my bones. The next season is coming upon us. Get ready for it. Oh boy. I'm a little nervous about that, but we're gonna do our best. Okay, so the season event arrives in 5 days, but I'm feeling okay about this part now. And now it is finally time! It is time to go ahead and have someone become a toolmaker so that someone else can become a miner. I am so happy about that. I am so overjoyed. All right, meanwhile, we are gathering more stone. Thank you very much, Larkspring. We're staying ahead on the illness thanks to Dinomans, and we're just barely scraping by with the plums of prophecy still. Foxfangs, maybe I'm gonna have you pop down here and just finish making that stone builders area just in case I could use that in the future. This is quite educational for us and future villages as well, my friends, because it is paying off quite a bit to just have spots ready to go, even if we aren't currently using them. And one of the best ways to do that is to make sure you have plenty of room to roam. Thank you, signs. You are so much more important than I give you credit for. All right. And now we shall see if once more Dinomans was able to fend off the spirits of rot from infesting our village. And Silver Umbreon has completed toolmaker training. Yay! And yes! We just unlocked garden memory beans! Oh my gosh, and a baby was just born. What? Oh my gosh. Welcome, little one. Aww. Settling? We adopted a new little baby! A new element settling. Pimps who had just arrived in the village had to find somewhere to sleep and often slept outside until they did. After a few days, however, they began to complain about the cold and damp. Uh-oh. And what happens when you're homeless, huh? We don't know yet, because we don't know what that means yet. Uh-oh. Okay. Remember what I was just saying about the bunnies of sacrifice? How ironic is it that we just got strong-armed into needing to do that because there's a baby that is going to starve and freeze to death if we don't? What? What? That's amazing. Because we have to do it now, don't we? Or else, oh, where'd he go? Or else this little child who is prone to wandering off into the woods, what? Or else, okay, all right. Maybe, see, this is why babies need to have a little tent to live in, because you can just kind of like keep them in there and then not lose track of them like this. But what are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? But all right, my friends, when we return, we will have to start communing with the bunnies about how to protect the bounty of the itty bitty babies. Where did you go, little one? And we shall begin facing whatever else is going to be in the future for the village of Downhill One Way, which is still alive somehow. Yes, we're doing great. I'm so proud of us. Where did the baby go? Uh-oh. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.